Um, but I they don't get it. I watched the video. I didn't watch it when it came to his part. Do I have to watch his part?
I mean, that's crazy.
Why easy?
Not you saying you don't hear nothing that nigga gotta say. That's crazy.
I don't. She justified. She innocent. Your Honor, my client is
Well,
innocent.
no, one of the things that it's like they having relationship problems where it's not like a good fit anymore. They went through a lot of shit, but if you listen to it, from her perspective, she dealing with the fact that he not working. He just like playing video games and all this shit. And he like, well, I don't know what's going on. It ain't like it be she tearing me down because he ain't paying the fucking bills or whatever. But I think it's interesting because also it overlaps with the topic about a lot of these men be having depression and they be like like lacking ambition in a relationship with in their lives, period, because of it, and they don't be drawing a correlation. Niggas be fucked up.
Yeah. I think that like so I was spiraling this morning and it's funny that you made this topic, this prompt, because I started watching part three of the Katrina documentary.
Yeah,
And it's crazy because in the documentary, the men was saying that um the men was saying this about the other black men that they hate themselves. So they were saying that they have a problem with themselves, and because they hate themselves, they hate anything that remind them of themselves, which looks like other black men, but you can extend that to black women too. But let's just be generous and stay out of their business, right? And like keep it on man. They hate themselves, so they hate other black men, and um that's why they unalive each other in the street. The men also said that black men, and mind you, these were older black men too. I'm gonna give them that, right? Um, and they said that black men have a lack of education, like they don't know how to read at a fourth grade level. But they was talking about the city of New Orleans. But I want to do this. If we take New Orleans, which was historically black, like in the cities that they was talking about, and like it's and we look at it as a microcosm of the black community, right? Which it is. Um, they said like 80% of them couldn't read at a fourth grade level, and like they don't have an education, and without having education and without having a purpose, they feel hopeless. And hopeless, when you hopeless and you can't pick up like and you can't create a better life for yourself because you have lack of resources, and education would have been your resources because it would have provided you with opportunity, it would have provided you with something to like expand your mind. um you pick up like a pew pew, because if you can't earn it, you're gonna take it, and that's problematic because you're taking it from your community. um, they have some very good points. But they said it all starts from like self-hate, like they hate themselves, and it's a learned hate, true enough, like, but what are they gonna do to unlearn the hate that they have learned
well, that's part of the
sys-
problem too
systemically?
because that's when we get into the emotional labor, right? Because a lot of women will pick up on it, and then essentially you sitting there helping this man work through some things that should be his responsibility to work on. Um, but it goes into like, well, why is that not something y'all talk about more regularly? Like, the fact that like men fall way below women when it comes to academics is like been out there for a while. They're actually, um, what's his name? Jawanza Kunjufu wrote lots of books. He the one who was drawing that correlation to the schools in the prison, and that shit was weaponized. But these men don't talk about that. They're not looking for that. They still like, oh, just want a family, because for them, in order they instead of focus on fixing their issues, they're looking for a way to gain power through women.
Yeah, and I don't like so, and that goes along with the saying that I told Mia the other day, that um when somebody lacks power, they'll pick up control, like because they think control is a form of power, but control is not a form of power. And then, like, let's be clear, and this is what I told my nephews this morning. Because I was having this conversation with my nephews, which I love I can have. I was telling them this morning, like, listen, the only type of power that a man can have, like, I was talking to them because they're men, but like even this goes the same for women, and it's something that I had to learn. And the only type of power that's worth having is the power over yourself and the control of yourself and knowing
Mhm.
yourself so good, like knowing what triggers you and like being so sure about yourself that like nothing from the outside can kind of like penetrate the inside. And if it does, like you can have that honest conversation with yourself about like, man, this fucked me up. Like without no shame, because like listen, nobody can shame me about the shit that I got wrong with me. One, because bitch, what's wrong with you? But I'm honest with myself, so you can't shame me, and I'm honest because if I'm honest, I can fix it, I can change it. But motherfuckers be succumbing to the shit, like the shame from the outside, instead of like just gaining that foundation. So like men trying to have external power, in essence, let me wrap it up. What I'm saying, men trying to have external power is fucking them up. Trying to have external love is fucking them up. Like, you cannot sustain, like, external love is not sustainability. Trying to have external respect is going to fuck you up. Because I can't control nothing nobody do for me. I mean, nobody do to me. Like, I can't give me, but I know that I have what are the unconditional love and respect and
Oh, it's going out.
you know.
Damn. I get what you're saying though. It's going out for you, but I definitely get what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, it's like for me, one of the most important things I learned was that everybody essentially has insecurities, and we like struggle with them, right? We like we have certain ways we feel about ourselves for whatever reason. Because I think in your adolescent years you feel like that, but you kind of feel alone in it, especially if you don't feel comfortable talking to other people. Where, but here's the thing, girls are more likely to conversate about their feelings, so those things come out. Boys not so much, so they repress, and repressing for that amount of time again it's gonna fuck you up. I.e. the depression. A lot of these guys are like, they're not just insecure, they're not just it's not just self-hating, they're like it's some mental going on, and then it's normalized for them to not go to therapy. So it's like a recipe for a disaster. And then you're like, well, women end up in the mix, and you pick up on it, and then you spend all your time trying to fix this problem for him. And this is how we end up with these unbalanced power dynamics in relationships.
Yeah. And did you see what I sent you earlier?
Hold up.
Um, huh?
What you sent me earlier?
It's you gotta scroll up far. So let me just tell you. It was a quote that men need emotional support from women. That's why when they say men need women and women need men, I think they mean like we need them emotionally, but they don't understand that, like, because their whole idea of support only comes from like a woman. So to them, in essence, that looks like your mother or your romantic partner. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bye.
No, and the thing is, it's not reciprocated. It's not reciprocated, and that's why women burn out around men. It don't even have to be a romantic relationship. Women burn out, and we also condition to feel obligated to it. Like a lot of times, you're like, "Oh, we got to say something." And part of the wanting to say something because you notice is something that's so obvious. What you talking about, April?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I feel like but in saying something too, like, listen, the reason why it has to be a therapist is because the person has to be completely detached.
Yeah.
One, you go and seek out a therapist, so you're seeking out this person's advice, so your mindset is going to be different. Like, you're like, this is a professional, I'm seeking out their advice, versus like a girlfriend telling you, or a wife trying to tell you, or even a mother or a father. You personalize that. Like, oftentimes that should get personalized, because you're like, if you love me, if you cared about me, why are you speaking negative to me? And again, I said that earlier. I sent it to you. Men look at um um critique as like an attack. Like, if you critiquing them, you're attacking their character, you know?
Yeah, and this is a very sensitive topic. Because imagine if you going through something, like really going through something, and you struggling, you really need to talk to somebody, but you don't feel like you feel like you can, right? But then you feel like that way for 10 years. Like that shit gonna eat you up inside.
Y'all talking that facts. Y'all is talking facts.
How you doing?
How y'all doing?
We good. What you was talking down in the comments?
Well, I just got out of a relationship. It's been like 6 years. I finally feel like I'm finna win.
What happened?
Yeah. I don't think relationships is it's too many. I think social media messed up relationships for real.
How so? You think the relationship was good before social media?
Nah, I think they still have problems, but like I feel like it was probably a better rate of like successful marriages and stuff like that. Cause it's
Why?
like all about it's just like a whole bunch of men telling women what they want and women it's like too many opinions. It's like everybody has a voice on social media. So it's like people are too easily influenced to have good, healthy relationships nowadays. Like it no matter how we look
Hold
at it, we
up.
all
Hold up. You're saying that the problem with social media is that is people being influenced to have healthy relationships?
no just being influenced in general of like what's on the internet, what's what a woman is supposed to do, what a man is supposed to do, like far as providing, what a woman giving support emotionally, staying at home, the 50-50. Like it's so many topics to go about. So it's like
Well, let's
all
talk.
of that.
Let's stick to this topic. What do you think about the fact that, like, in relationships, a lot of men use their partners as emotional support?
That's how it's supposed to go, ain't it? I feel like that's how it's supposed to go. I feel like you
Why do
don't
you
got
think?
emotional support,
Hold up. Why do
then
you think it's supposed to go that way?
I mean, because we are emotional. We all have feelings and emotions. So I mean, like, if your partner not gonna be there to support you emotionally, then who is supposed to support that you emotionally?
But you do know it depends also, right?
What it depend on?
Um, hold up. I'm trying to multitask. Um, I lost what I said, y'all.
That's a fire ass car.
I don't know what I was saying, but I'm just saying, like,
You were saying it depends, because you were saying you need to depend on your partner emotionally.
oh yeah, like if it's basic shit, fine. But like y'all be talking about like stuff you should have actually went to therapy for.
I think the
Yeah.
statement's crazy. You saying you're not trying to be there
I
for his deep
said,
dark secrets.
You gotta wait your turn.
hold
Uh,
up, what up? What I'm saying is, like, if you had a rough day, you need somebody to vent to and talk to. That's one thing, but you got some deep shit seated issue from your childhood, or some shit you deal with it, like a mental health issue. You need to go to a fucking therapist.
Oh, so you saying the partner shouldn't have, that shouldn't be the partner's responsibility. That should be a
Yeah,
professional.
and you do know it's not reciprocated, right? Like you do know men do not give women the same level of emotional support that women provide to men. Y'all not even conditioned that way.
That's not even a true statement.
Hold up, Stacks. Hold up, Stacks. Let him respond.
I mean, but whoever needs the support, the biggest issue is them opening up their mouth and saying they need that help. Like you can't help someone that you can't read their mind. So like if me as a man didn't open my mouth or the woman didn't open her mouth, then like it ain't gonna get fixed regardless.
I don't know what you're talking about because that's not the
Like
question.
if they need emotional, like all right, so say if I need emotional support from my lady, and but I'm just bottling it in. I need professional help. The support that I really looking for my woman, she can't help me. She not a professional. She not a therapist. She not a psychologist or whatever. But I never open my mouth from the jump. I think that's the biggest issue of saying you have a problem or saying you need help. Like, if you never said that, then it ain't gonna be fixed regardless.
I'm gonna be honest. I think you're a little confused. But go ahead, Eve.
Yeah. So to touch on the prompt, I think that when the dude below us said that a lot of times you got to open your mouth and say something, but I think a lot of women do open their mouth and express their emotions. That's why we're called emotional. That's why we're called illogical. That's why they say that women live their life based off of their emotions, because we do express we do express our emotions more. Um, but it just seems that like it's gaslit into thinking that our emotions are often like invalidated. Like our when we telling you like, hey, I feel like maybe we should spend some more time together. Can you not like go hang out with your boys? Can you get off of the video game? Like in this music video, I had just went to go watch it. In the music video, she said that he spent so much time on the video game. I know so many women that will lose out, and I'm talking about hours. Their boyfriend or significant other be on the video, come home from work at 5, they be on the video game until 9, 10, 10, 11 o'clock. And if she expresses that emotion, it's called her feelings are usually invalidated by saying that she's nagging. You nagging me, you on me, you stressing me. I use this to blow off steam, and da da da. And then it because it becomes like a terrible lack of communication, and it causes issues later on in those types of relationships.
Yeah, the only thing about the playing of video games though, it's escapism,
It
right?
is, yeah.
Like it's escapism for a real issue, and he not getting it fixed. And then it's like, well, look how things are going downhill. It just ain't a good fit. You're not doing. You keep arguing with me, saying these things, but you're not holding up your end of the bargain. So it's like that's the part is like when women do get into it with men about you putting too much into your hobbies and other things, it's because you are escaping and you're not acknowledging why. Um, Go ahead, Stacks.
Yeah, I think first of all, if we're talking about people with mental issues that need professional help, that's an isolated or a vacuum situation. But if you're talking broad scope relationships, women and men, of course she has to be there for him emotionally. Of course she does. Men have two spaces that they operate in: okay and pissed off. Everything in between is gay.
What?
Melancholy, sentimental. I'll say it again.
Facts.
What? I'm just keeping it a buck.
That's the problem now.
That's the
Hold
Yeah.
on, time out.
problem.
Time out. No, but wait, watch me bring this full circle. Just give me 1 second. So we're not allowed to be that in the middle. We're not.
Because
We
the
just
woman,
Hold up.
let's
hold
cut to the
on,
chase.
hold
Because
Real
the
on.
quick.
Time
women,
out.
the women
Hold
are
up.
gonna throw it in your
Hold
face,
up.
right?
Real
And
quick.
How
weaponize
can
it.
wait a minute? Time out.
Hold
How
up.
y'all
Hold
gonna
up.
tell me to
Hold
stop
up.
talking,
Hold
but I
up.
can't speak?
Sir, when you said not allowed, by Ooh.
By the person on who's hosting this platform that just said that men shouldn't be looking to lean on their women emotionally. That's who.
But you're talking about a relationship. So if it's a relationship and you're saying your partner doesn't allow that, why are you in a relationship with
Nah,
them
but
then?
I'm not saying. I'm speaking in a theoretical standpoint. Not that I'm fixing on that. I'm talking about how men need their partner to be more open-minded to the fact that they have emotions. The fact that you're saying that they shouldn't do that says something.
That's not what
So
she's
wait,
saying, and
wait.
I think that you misunderstood what she's saying.
If
Men,
like I
hold
said, if
on, hold on. Let me correct the misunderstanding so that you can answer correctly, and we won't have to circle back and argue about the misinterpretation. We can just get it right from the jump. So she's saying that men shouldn't lean on their partners for emotional regulation. You should be able to do that on your own first. Now, expressing your emotions to your partner, that's normal. If you just had a tough day at work and you're frustrated, being like, babe, I'm frustrated. I need to like play the game for a little while, like just to clear my mind. No problem. Babe, I'm disappointed in myself because I said I planned goals that I was gonna work out 5 days this week and I didn't. So I'm a little pissed off because I'm disappointed in myself. Makes sense. Oh my God, I
I
feel
got it,
I'm
got it.
disappointed in myself. I feel like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
failure. I'm not making the amount of money that I want to make. That makes sense. But
Uh,
you not being able to express that emotion and not being and asking her to unpack that with you is problematic. That's something that you need to unpack with a therapist because that emotional burden is too heavy for somebody who is not professionally trained to carry.
all right. So what we're talking about is people who need professional medical attention should not be leaning on their partner for that help. Is that it's not about men and women, men leaning on their women emotionally. It's about people who have deep rooted issues and don't have anybody to talk to, and they should not be looking to their women. They got to go to a therapist. That's what we're talking about. Or is it
Even
a
if
gen?
it's not deep
All right,
rooted.
now let's. All right,
If
now
you just
let's.
got, hold on, if you just got laid off of your job and you depressed, how am I equipped to help you unpack that? Go ahead and
Oh
answer
yeah,
that.
I'm
If
gonna
me
answer
and
that
you in a
question.
relationship and
I'm
you
gonna
just
answer
got
that
laid
question.
off and
I'm gonna
you're
answer that question.
depressed, how
I'm
am
gonna
I
answer it.
supposed to be equipped to help you?
You ever see the flick where Scissor went over there and grabbed Justin by his chin? You pick his chin up, bro. That's what you do. You pick your finger up underneath his chin and you make him pick his head up. You ever see a boxer lose a match and his girl grabs his head
That
and makes him
man
pick
was
his head
doing a
up?
Fenty fold. He
Hold
was on
on.
drugs.
Yeah,
What you
Hold,
talking
my
about?
point is
hold
hold on.
on.
Let me hold on. Let me say something. Every once in a while, a king needs his queen to fix his crown, and if y'all not willing to do that, that's probably why y'all single. Just keep it a
First of
buck.
all, sir,
No, I mean, hold on,
hold
wait,
on.
no, no, no,
I
It's
Lynn,
don't
Lynn,
just
think
a
no,
women
no,
fact.
Lynn,
realize
hold
how
on,
much
Lynn,
power they got. They
no,
don't
That's a
Lynn,
realize how
fact.
hold
much
They
power
on,
they
don't.
got.
They
wait,
don't.
y'all, wait, relax,
And with
y'all.
hold on, ain't no
You're
relax.
probably
You
right.
already talking. Hold on.
Nah, stop hogging the fucking mic. Damn. Let
I
her
You're
just
just
wanted to
probably
respond to him. We was
You're
having a
probably
dialogue.
right, which is I definitely don't want to be fixing another man's crown. I don't want that. It just seems like it's too much because what y'all call fixing a crown, it actually sounds like emotional emotional
but
dumping.
but
It
hold up,
sounds like
Eve. No,
yeah,
Eve, before we even get to that point, this is the whole point we was talking about earlier. It's not reciprocated.
Oh my God.
exactly.
No. It's supposed to be a thing where this is an entitlement. You supposed to do this. This is why you. It's not done in exchange.
I think men
No.
offer women 10
Most of
times
the
more
time,
emotional support than women do
hold
men.
on. Most of the time, a woman who has the ability to fix a man's crown, like, because that takes a certain type of woman, right? To be able to say something to a man. And I'm not saying that other women are less capable of or not better than or in comparison. I'm just saying some women are going through their own shit. So they haven't learned how to fix their own crown yet. So how the fuck am I supposed to fix yours
Well, then you
when I
should be in a
haven't even
fucking
learned how to
relationship
fix
then. Then you
mine?
shouldn't be in no
Hold
goddamn
on,
relationship.
hold on, hold on. The problem is majority of people don't know how to fix their own crown. I mean majority of men and I mean majority of women. Therefore, nobody will be in a relationship with nobody. But when we talk to women about having radical self-love, it's a problem. When we talk to women about raising their standards, it's a problem. When we talk to a woman about being confident, it's a fucking problem. Don't be confident you
Not
fat.
to
Don't
no
be
real
confident
man,
you a
nah.
single mom. Don't be confident you have 50 bodies, whatever the fucking case may be. Y'all double back to destroy a woman's confidence. And
Wow.
let's say a woman has worked on herself and she is in the business of fixing her
You don't
man's
like the
crown.
live?
9 times out of 10, y'all are the same men who, when you're down, you will neg a woman so she will get down to your level instead of
Yeah.
thanking her for
There's
real
some of us.
for lifting you up. And
Yeah.
furthermore, what I would like to say before E said her thing in response to the whole fixing the crown thing, the problem is your mama and your daddy told you that you need someone else to fix your crown. What
Mm-mm.
I'm teaching
Mm-mm.
my nephews and how they should become the
Mm-mm.
best men that they need to be is that they need to
That's
fix their
wrong.
crown first,
That's wrong.
because ain't no fucking woman can
That's
fix your
wrong.
fucking crown, because if it
That's
go
wrong.
crooked again and she at work, you gonna be waiting on her to come home to fix it
That's not how that
again.
works.
If it go
That's not how
crooked
that works.
again and she on
That's
vacation,
not how
you
that
gonna be
works.
waiting
We're
on her
talking
to
Yeah.
about
come.
men,
Hold
first of
on,
all.
hold on, bitch, because I'm talking.
See, why you so
Um,
disrespectful though?
because I'm a disrespectful motherfucker.
So like
Would
you
you
shouldn't
like to go
even have
on
a.
mute too? Go on mute.
That's why your pussy stink, bitch. Fuck out of here.
It do. You
I know it
right.
do. I know.
It do.
She's
You
saying.
right. Like I was saying, if she is busy or she got her own emotional baggage because you need somebody to fix your fucking crown, you gonna be pouting like a fucking baby, upset because she not available to fix your shit. Learn to fix your own shit. That's the problem. Y'all motherfuckers need too much emotional labor because y'all don't know how to do the shit on your own. Like, that's how you become a man. Learning how to do your own fucking emotional labor. You
I
don't love
think,
yourself and you looking at a woman to teach you how to love your fucking self and pull yourself up when you down. It's crazy.
And what's funny
let me
about it, y'all, is they could do it for each other. If it
exactly.
must be somebody else, then why can't you pull your own brother up? Why don't you lift his chin up? Why don't you fix his crown? Why don't you talk to him and listen to him and see what's happening? But no, you think women are supposed to do that labor, and we don't have to.
I think that's a falsehood. I don't think anybody is searching for anybody to fix their crown independently. If you talk about relationship and you talking about partnership, there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. There's going to be days when your issues are more important than mine. There's going to be days when my issues are more important than yours. It's equilateral. It goes both ways. You
But we're
can't
not
say
just
fix
talking
your
about
crown.
relationships. We're not just talking about romance. Like I just said,
I'm
why
just
can't
saying,
you do your own
how are
brothers
you going to
also?
grow?
Nobody said
How
just
how are you going
relationships.
to grow as men and
It's
women
not always
if
about smecks, you know?
No, it is this prompt is particularly about relationships. But in
exactly
saying that, Summer, it doesn't matter if we in a relationship or not. If I don't have the ability to help you when you are down, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit
when you
there and waddle and cry because I can't
if you
help
don't
you? Or are you going to get the fuck up and help yourself?
well, it's all about what's necessary, right? It's all about the necessity of what's going on within our relationship, partnership, whatever you want to call it, right? Right now, perfect example. Right now, I make 100K a year. You up for promotion? You trying to go and take it to the next level? Maybe you at 60K, but this is going to take you $20,000 higher than me, right? And you stressing about this because you're trying to impress your boss. You're trying to do all the things. You're trying to maintain the home. Well, guess what? My question should be, how can I help you at this point? Because right now, what you're doing is taking our relationship to the next level, to the next tax bracket, to move on to the next bigger house or whatever our goals are. So at that moment, how I'm feeling doesn't necessarily matter. It's important, but it's not more important than what our goals are. So guess what? I'm gonna help you fix your crown. Guess what, baby? Hey, guess what? I know you kind of stressed. I'm gonna take you to the therapist. I'm gonna suggest a therapist. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna suggest you go talk to a therapist. I'm gonna suggest that you relax, kick your feet up. Don't worry about the kids. I got that. I know you're trying to do your thing right now. I know you're right there at the end of it. So it is not being reciprocated. Men are not made of all armor. Yes, we do have problems, just like women have problems. Yes, there is a lot, especially when it comes to black men, there is a lot of emotional and trauma that comes with us, but it comes with you as well. And we have to help heal each other's trauma. It's not just, oh no, you fix you and you fix me. You can't get nowhere that way because you don't
But
know.
See,
but
the
she just
problem is,
asked, what if she can't? What are you gonna do?
What if you
What if
can't?
she can't?
If you can't fix me in that particular way, everybody has to seek their own. I don't believe there's a man that's sitting there saying that, hey, I
You
need you
can't
to
do it
fix me.
yourself.
There's no way. There's no
You
way.
you just wait. Can you do it yourself or not? Seek your own or not? Because you just said you can't do it yourself, and now you said, yeah, a man could seek it himself.
There is not a single thing in this world that you do by yourself. There's support in every which way. Are you going to
That's
support
where
that
the
man
leaders.
while he
that's
goes?
These
untrue. Hold
followers. That's
on.
why
Are you
we're the
going?
leaders.
Are you?
Hold on, hold on. Let me
There is
explain
not
to
a
you why
king.
it's
That is
untrue.
not a king that
Hold
built a
on,
kingdom on his own.
hold on. Let me explain to you because we need to get emphatically clear on this. You said there's not a person who can do a single thing on their own. They need support.
The support.
Support and ability are two different things. I can support you while you're dealing with your emotional baggage, trauma, whatever, but I can't do it for you. Do you understand the difference? See, I was with you when you were talking about the things that you can do to support your woman if she's going through something emotionally, but you cannot help heal a woman emotionally because if a woman does not want to heal herself emotionally, and let's say you do all of those things to support her, she ain't gonna get healed. You just gonna be doing stuff for her. And the
I
same
can
thing, vice versa with men.
I
I
can
don't
argue with
understand
you
what y'all
there.
don't understand about that.
You are right. Thank you for clearing it. You are absolutely right. At the end of the day, it is on you. You can have all the support in the world. At the end of the day, it is on you. You have to make the steps. I can help you make the steps. I can make things a little bit easier for you, but you got to make the move. You got to walk through the door. You are absolutely right.
All right, go ahead and mute up, Albert. I'm happy we on the same page, brother.
Go ahead, Red Zone, Tony.
All right. So before I go, or rather, before I take off on the prompt, were there any questions that I was supposed to answer about my age or gender? All right. I'm
What you
gonna.
say?
I was asking, were there any questions that you wanted me to answer about my age or gender?
No, I don't give a fuck about none of that. What you think about the prompt?
All right. So, here's what I think. Right. What I think is, I think that somebody made a point earlier that it is actually possible for men to actually seek the, let's say, the emotional labor of other men, and it is possible for men to reach out to other men to get the support that they need rather than, let's say, relying on exclusively women to give them the support that they need. And I really do believe that that is true, and it's not something that men are incapable of doing for each other, and it is a process. And I think that if we did more of that, women would be far less tired and exhausted. And I can speak to that because I have put myself in a position to do exactly that for siblings of mine, for cousins of mine. And I've made a point in my own life to be as self sufficient as possible and yet also creating that emotional vulnerability so that
What
I didn't,
What does the self sufficiency look like?
for me,
Yeah.
well, first of all, maintaining my own residence, having my own apartment, having full time employment so that I can take care of the absolute basic needs that I need to, take care of. But also just Emotional well-being, like doing things like, journaling, actually participating in community of some type, and those types of things. And also, let's say, dedicating time to hobbies that give me kind of nourishment and fulfillment, so that I'm just not like sitting idle all day.
Okay. What's up, Drika?
Hey y'all. Hey everybody. Um, just on the conversation, I think it's interesting. How difficult of a time men are having with a reality that they are very much privy to. It's not reciprocal. I heard you said that earlier, Tara. Like in these relationship dynamics, it's not reciprocated. The things that women are sacrificing and putting out for men is not being handed back to us in the same at the same rate. Even if you say, like I think the gentleman Albert was saying, all these things that sound good, it makes sense, it warms the heart, but we know that um a large percent of women are not experiencing that from their husbands, boyfriends, or anything. So I just thought that was interesting. And then earlier when I was listening, when the man was basically like reading out of a damn novella or repeating something that he's seen off of a meme on Facebook where you got to fix your king crown and hold his chin up. Um, I've noticed a lot with these men, the requirement for women does sound like they want a mother. Um, damn, my headphones off. It sounds like they want a mother. Like you want me to take on this this affection towards you like you're a child. Like I need to lift you up. Like I need to kiss your boo boo. And it's really weird. It's really weird, especially when you get to justify your horrible, harsh, detached, disassociated behavior towards me. You get to excuse that because you had a rough life. So I just thought that was interesting. I just think it's interesting how they are so willing to deny a reality, like I said earlier, that they are privy to and that they participate in. It's weird.
I second that. Looking for a mama part, definitely. What's up, Nonchalant?
Uh, I don't know if I'm taking this
Hold
out of
up,
context.
Albert. Hold up,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Albert.
Go ahead.
Let
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nonchalant say his shit so we can open the panel, Albert.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Uh, I mean, it's rough out here because you got the love and hip hops out here. You know what I mean?
What do
These
you
young
know?
girls, they want you to throw down
You're a young
$500
girl. How old are
on a
you?
first date just to
How
get
old are
to
you,
know them, huh?
sir? How old are you, sir?
Oh, I'm 49. I'm old head. I'm old.
Why
I'm
you
old.
ain't find? Why you trying to mess with somebody half your age then?
The fuck?
Sir, you can't bring your old ass up here and be mad because younger women are asking for more. We love it for them.
No, no,
That's
no,
the
no,
price you
no, no,
pay,
no, no.
sir. That shit ain't free.
No, 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 no. What I'm saying is they want a five
No,
hundred
she
dollar
want a
dinner, and if
house.
you
Buy
can't
the
give
house
them
then.
that, then you
Buy
ain't
the
shit.
house.
You ain't about nothing. You ain't this and that. Blah 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 blah
No, no, no.
blah
It
blah
don't
blah.
matter. That's the exchange. If she fucking with your old ass, buy her a house.
I mean, it don't matter if I'm old. I mean, they're doing that to the
It
ones
do
they age
matter,
too.
sir. That's the standard. You want somebody young, you buy a fucking
That's the
house.
standard.
Yeah, clearly that's what they telling you.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. That's the problem.
All right, go
Because
ahead,
because nine
Albert. This
times out
man
of
ain't
ten,
talking
just
about
because I
shit.
got a
Hold up,
box don't mean all y'all
nonchalant.
boxes is
Hold up,
good.
nonchalant.
I've had many,
Hold
plenty,
up,
I've had sex
nonchalant.
with plenty
Hold
women
up.
and it wasn't worth it.
Hold up. Go ahead, Albert. This man ain't talking about shit.
So as far as them talking about, as far as Shorty was saying, they want you to be your mother. But the fact of the matter is, we supposed to take care of each other. My lady, my fiance, she is my mother. I'm her father. You know what I mean? Back and forth. Not like I run her or I control her, but yo, when she need, I go get. When she's down, I pick her up. I tell her every day, hey, you're beautiful. Hey, I'm nervous about this job. You a star. You ain't got nothing to fucking worry about. What you worried about? You know what I mean? Like I take care of her in that way. If she tired, I go on her clothes. If I'm tired, she go on my clothes. You know what I'm saying? So we take care of each other in that way. I don't understand the whole idea like they. Now, I will say this: if it's not being reciprocated, you shouldn't be doing it. You should stop. You should stop. You should stop. You should stop taking care of that person in that way. If it's not being reciprocated, I am building a household currently that is where it's me and her first. Kids come later. My kids ain't her kids. She don't have no kids. So it absolutely can
Now,
work.
why are we talking about your relationship? We talking
Well,
about
no. What I'm saying is, mother. She said that they want you to be their mother. You should. You should be their mother. You should be the most important person in their life. Period. You should be the most important person in life. Nobody should have more care for them than you, because when you come together, you separate from your mother and your father. They're there for advice, but they're not there to take care of you. You take care of each other.
That was embarrassing. I don't know if myself. I'm like my service is not right, but that's embarrassing, sir. Like
What's embarrassing?
Say what?
You talking about me?
Yeah, we can't hear you, Drew.
Hold on, because I don't believe in dating
It
younger
is,
women. I
it
think
is,
that's
it
sick.
is, it is embarrassing. It was gross. Like that she is my mother and you should be the less. That's weird.
because
And
what
it sounds
happened
very
is
incestuous.
they take the weirdest toxic shit and they say it in a way like it's fucking beautiful or something. What the fuck you mean that's your mother? What is you talking about? Like what the fuck is you talking about? Talking
What
about
I'm saying,
she
what?
ain't got no kids, so you want to be her kid? What the fuck? What's
No,
wrong with you?
nobody said that. What I'm saying is the care, the respect, and the love should be just as much as you love your mother, just as much as you love your father. If you don't love your mother and father, how you gonna love somebody else?
No,
No,
no, no, no. Like I said, stop trying to make it seem you listen to her with the fake deep quotes and shit. Like you just said your partner it's supposed to be like your mother. That was weird, sir. What are you talking about?
Opinions may vary. Opinions
Well,
may
some
vary.
people into incestuous type relationships, you got weird kinks. If you got a weird kink, it's fine.
Nah, ain't nothing ancestral
Keep
about
your
that.
personal business out the conversation.
Ain't nothing ancestral about it. I'm telling you that you got to love and care for a person just like you love and care
who
for your
else
mother.
chat and panel felt like that was weird and incestuous? I know I did. That was
No, you know,
gross.
you know it was,
I would
but
say that's pretty weird. I would be creeped out if somebody acted like my mother if they were my partner.
You know what? He got a woman. He sounds like he has a woman that when he comes home with battle wounds, she would tend to those wounds.
Exactly.
She would heal those wounds. Y'all
Battle
Exactly.
sound like the
what's
type
wounds.
the
of
What the
women
battle
that
fuck
if he
kind
come
of
wound?
home with
battle
battle
wounds
wounds,
you?
y'all be
What's
like, why
the
you bring
battle?
your stinking
Stop
ass back here? You should have
nonchalant.
stayed and fought to the
What
death.
are the
I ain't
what
got no
are
time to be taking
What
care of
kind of
you.
battle
I got to
wounds
do
are
that,
you
blah, 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 blah.
facing?
Exactly.
what
What
are
is
Exactly.
an
battle
example of a
wounds?
battle wound?
You a first responder? What you talk about? What wounds? Yeah.
Actually, I am the first responder.
No,
But
Albert.
how do you get
You.
battle
Albert.
wounds?
Hold up. Nonchalant, answer the question.
So, okay, I'll answer the question.
Nonchalant, answer the
What's
question.
up?
Oh,
What question?
Explain
What
these
question was
battle
that?
wounds.
The battle wounds?
Yeah.
The battle wounds from going out into a world that is trying to step on you every step you take. And you know this gotta be true. You know what I'm saying? Because I want my home to be my place of peace. You know what I'm saying? My woman gonna stay comfortable. I'm gonna stay comfortable. We're gonna be peaceful. My house is gonna be peaceful. I don't want no damn drama in my home. And
All
you know what I'm
right.
saying? I mean,
You need to buy
it's
that
like
house
y'all
for the
want to live the
25.
love and hip
Nigga, you
hop life. I
Buy
already
mean,
the
just
house.
drama all the
living.
time.
Go
Drama
buy the
all.
house,
Y'all want to be
sir.
an episode of Love and Hip Hop 24/7.
Sir, you
You old. You
46
sound like
and
an
you
old
haven't created a
man.
home yet. You
I'm
haven't
divorced,
found
people.
peace yet. Like, what is wrong with you,
He
sir?
funny.
Get like, you are the destruction in your
I
home.
am.
I just want you to know that.
Out here
Yes.
chasing young girls, talk about being peace. Ew.
What? I mean, yeah.
Like, and I'm tired of these niggas speaking in parables and shit. Like, oh, when I have some battle wounds, coming, blah, blah, blah. Like, what the fuck
I
is
mean,
you talking about?
see.
Battle
I ain't got
wounds.
no time to you
Your
fixing
boss
the
told you that you need
gym.
to do
You should have stayed on the
overtime. You
battlefield, nigga.
got mandatory
I
overtime, and
mean,
you
you
talking
ran like a
about
coward.
battle.
Blah blah blah.
What are you
Hold
talking
on, bitch.
about?
Don't cut me off. You have your boss told you you need to stay for mandatory overtime, and you talking about you got battle wounds, sir. What the hell is wrong with y'all? That ain't no damn battle wound. What are y'all are so dramatic? Like you need to fix your man crown and love him when he out there fighting like a boxer. Like what the fuck is y'all talking about? Like they speaking riddles and parables and shit. Y'all niggas need to get into poetry, not rap poetry. What the fuck is going on?
No, that shit crazy. No, Dark Horse, what you want to say?
I was gonna hope he's going 8 boxes and then we're gonna have to drop. I'm gonna go back down after this. But hey y'all,
Yeah.
I was waiting for somebody to not give the example and it happened, so I was like, oh, it's time for me to run on up. I did a little fat run up here. Listen, the issue that the men are dealing with, the burden that they need this emotional support and release from, is being an adult and going the fuck outside. That is so overwhelming, so hard on the mental, so hard on the emotions. It's just a tussle to get that ass out the bed and leave the fucking house. They just can't take it. And when they come back, all that time they had to fight, they didn't have to fucking fight. They on their job making insensitive sexist jokes to the homeboys, chilling at the fucking water cooler, hiding from the boss, trying to do the least amount of work all day, having a great fucking time, usually not in a customer facing position. Very rarely. Lots of breaks, lots of hidden time, but it was so fucking stressful. It was just that they had to fucking go outside and go get some piece of money. Some piece of money. Stop fucking playing. A woman can have an actual situation that she's dealing with, not just the regular shit that you have to do because you're an adult. Something outside of that has happened,
Such
right?
as
Something, it could be a relational thing, it could be a familiar thing. Somebody could be sick, she could be taking care of somebody with cancer, somebody could be going through a serious emotional trauma, and she had to watch her sister's kids because her sister, anyway, somebody had to go to the hospital tonight. Either way,
so
that's
men don't do
extra
those things.
stresses. Who's talking while I'm fucking talking? He said I'm going back downstairs after I finish. You can have the panel back, but you gotta let me finish. Either way, I'm gonna cut it short. She's dealing with something, and he's like, I mean, it ain't even that big of a deal. He's trying to diminish. I mean, what you want me to do? You can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying, Shorty? The emotional support is not there. However, he needs support just to be a fucking adult. And that's a daily thing. This is not a one off where somebody got sick and I was at the hospital till 3 a.m. with my auntie and blah, blah, blah. Some one off that happens. This is every day. You're telling me just being an adult is stressing you out and you need comfort. Fuck out of here. Absolutely the hell not. Y'all don't need to be in a relationship. Y'all fucking whiny ass babies. And y'all don't even do the bulk of the work at the home. So both people working, one person doing more work at home, but just going outside and going to work took you the fuck out. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm going
Yeah,
on mute though.
he said it when he was like, "I'm gonna help out with the kids," like as if that was something he was doing her a favor and he shouldn't have been doing it anyway. But yeah, they like to victimize themselves so they can get coddled.
And
Average,
notice he said when she was complaining about being worried about the job or moving up or some interview or whatever, he said, what you worried about? You a star anyway, right? Did not validate her feelings, did not offer support, just told her ain't no reason to worry. That's not it.
So men don't do those things that she
no,
that she said they don't.
No, you just, which one of y'all said it? One of y'all just gave that
I
example
said
about
it.
the woman.
I
That
said
was
it.
you. So you didn't do it. You, sir.
I
In
didn't
that
do it.
instance, you did not validate her feelings. You
I
told her
did
that
not
she shouldn't be
validate her
worried.
feelings.
No, you didn't. No,
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't. That wasn't validation.
Oh, validation telling you that you got this, that you the best. That's not validation.
Said,
That
why
you
you
good at
worry? You a star.
that you good
No,
at your job. You a
that's
star.
not
That's not that.
that's not
Do you know
validation.
what validation means, sir? That's the
Validation.
problem. We having
So
a
let me
problem
so
here.
let me expound on that. I also told her if you don't get it, don't worry about it. We good. So there's
That's
nothing
still
to worry
not
about.
validation. She's
That's
saying,
not validation,
I'm
sir.
worried. I'm going through something. That you don't validate the person's feelings by dismissing them and tell them it don't matter anyway and there's nothing for you to worry about. That's not validation.
So everything is dismissive, right?
No, 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 no. You
Right?
should go look up validation or you should have let us explain it to you because you want to expound and you're just making it worse. That's not validation. I'm not saying you meant bad. You was trying to hurt her. You don't care nothing about her. I'm saying that ain't it. That's not.
Yeah, validation is saying I get why you feel this way, and that's perfectly understandable that you feel that way. Like whatever I need to help you, with your feelings, even if it's leaving you alone, I'm here. But validation just means like saying that your feelings are real. Like I understand why you feel that way. That's a real life thing to be worried about. It is.
And then you might later remind her of who she is and what she can do and blah blah blah. But that's all we're saying. That's a different thing.
Okay.
Let's go back to my
Damn it,
prompt.
sir. You done got some emotional labor out of us. Some labor out of us. I got
Mm-hmm.
we gotta make a labor jar.
I wasn't going to explain it, but
He
then you
done
told me what
ran
the issue
bleaching
was.
your asses. And look at this shit. Don't make no fucking sense. But that's the whole point. Y'all don't get it.
No,
It's
sir, he
like,
gotta gift the host. We done gave you some labor. We done taught you something. You or your wife gotta send a gift to the host.
Sure.
I don't know why that's funny. Why y'all always laugh when we talk about being paid for our labor? I don't see what's funny about it. I know you think women's labor is devalued. It should be free to you. You should be able to manipulate your way into it. But every time we tell a man, pay me for my labor,
'cause they
y'all
feel
laugh like it's
entitled
silly.
to it. They
Yeah.
feel entitled to it. Which is
I
why we have to set the boundary
charge
and
them.
don't get that shit to them.
You have to. And if you realize that they'll never pay you, you'll never F with them. That's what you'll realize. You'll end up putting yourself on punishment if you say every time I'm in community with you in some sort of way, I want you to make sure you pay me for my labor.
That's what
Watch
happens
how
when
many
you're
men you'll
right.
never have. You'll get one in a
You
lifetime,
know what? You know what I used to
maybe.
do? I used to ask for money to make them disappear, but I found that
Yes.
in the South, they more likely to just give it to you, and I'd be like, "Damn, now I gotta give them." But most in a lot of northern cities, them niggas ain't trying to give you no money if you just say it.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what it is. You have to say no. Everything around here, I want you to make sure you recognize it because you can't give me the same in return. I wouldn't have to charge you, but you don't have shit that you can do. That should say something about you. There's nothing you can do emotionally. No way you know how to support. Can't hold a conversation. You can't do anything. You relegated yourself to not being used for anything else but this. My friends aren't. Fuck with them hard. Ain't asked for a penny yet. Ain't gonna. Ain't gonna. There's no price tag I can put on it. It is priceless. Priceless. And there's men
What's
that
the prompt
will
about?
give you
What's
huh? Is this him again? I'm not by my
the
phone.
prompt about? What's the prompt about?
No, that's G. You're being rude. Wait, mute and wait. She's
Yeah.
speaking. God
Nope. Going
dang.
on mute. I don't talk to him.
I guess you.
No,
What you want, G?
no. I was asking what is the prompt about?
It's about you.
Because I got an idea what it's about.
Okay, share.
We talked about this a bunch of times. But here's the thing: Maya just did another interview. I always tell black women,
We're not talking about Maya, baby. Not y'all be focused on the example. We're not talking about Maya.
yeah, but there's no context to the prompt. I just saw Maya and dude, and I thought it was about something else.
Yeah, it's not
But
about Maya.
Okay, what's the context of the conversation then?
Were you not listening before you put your request in, G?
I was listening. It was just all over the place. The conversation.
No, the point is you coming up here not knowing what the fuck going on once somebody explains to you like you're a fucking kid. Like, that's crazy. Thank you for the gift. Like, you came up here, don't know what's going on, cutting somebody off. And you already done type some shit in chat GBT, you ready to recite that shit off.
I don't use Chat GPT. Never use
Don't
Chat
lie.
GPT
No,
before.
we
Ever,
we no.
ever,
Yes, you do.
never use it ever.
Right, I'm gonna psych you
G, why do
out.
you always talk over people? What's wrong with you? Are you supposed to be medicated and you're not?
No, he gonna come back when he know what's going on. Ain't nobody
I
explaining
feel like
shit to
he's
him.
supposed to be medicated. I mean, his mama told him that he don't need it, but the doctor said he did, and he believed his mama.
He need
That
to
No,
shit
check.
you
is
must have didn't
weird.
look at the video that I sent you today with the
Damn.
with 100 reasons why women shouldn't be with men. I sent it to the group chat,
It
but
was
maybe
already on
not the
my
big one.
FYP. No, I was already saw it on my own. My FYP be doing the same as yours, baby.
Remember what she said? Men are 80% more likely to
Undiagnosed.
cut a woman. No, no, to cut a woman off in the middle of a sentence.
What's up, David?
Yes, hello, good evening, everyone.
Salutations.
Yeah, I'm just seeking a little clarification. Um, Basically, you're saying pay you for your labor. So I want to understand, how does that work? Like,
So hold up. Somebody said pay you for your pay us for our labor. You decided to come up here and request free labor.
no. I'm asking free labor. Okay then, okay then. So I understand. So at the point of conversation, I should start paying.
So you want me to
If
explain
you're
that?
always on the receiving end, like now, yes, gift the host. If you're always asking, if your hand is always out, yes, pay the woman. If you have some value and you can do something, you probably wouldn't be asking her to do it. But if you have to ask, you need to pay.
No, I'm just saying. You said pay you for your labor. I'm just saying, just like in a simple conversation, someone just getting to know somebody without even knowing whether or not you can provide any value to their life. You should start out by paying them. That's what you're saying. That's all I'm asking. I'm just looking for.
Yes.
That's all I was looking for is clarification.
Yeah.
No, no,
So
no, no.
you,
Is it free
so
ever?
so
Do
it's
you think
kind of
we should?
like it's kind of like if you're going about something, you have to know what it is about. Now you said something, and I just wanted to get some clarification, because another one of the ladies said that she uses that term to scare men away, but she actually finds out that it invites men to her. So obviously there is some kind of miscommunication there from the
Not what I said,
standpoint
but wait, when you're
from the
getting to
stamp
know
let me
someone, do
finish.
you think you should get to know her for free? Your access to her time and company should be free?
Which goes to why I asked the question.
You didn't answer it. Should it be free while you get to know this woman and see if she's worth your time or not?
Free for whom?
Mm.
For you, should
How
you get a
how
woman's
listen,
time
how
for
is it
free?
listen, how is it free for me?
Okay, I'm done. I don't know. Is is he okay?
No, I'm just trying to figure out. If men's approach today is supposed to be, they see a woman, so before they even utter a word out their mouth, they need to then figure out how much money it is for her time. Now, if they don't hold a conversation, he can just give her 10 cents. Now, from the standpoint of getting to know what a person's price is, you have to open your mouth first and ask the question, how much is that? Don't you? So do you pay? Do you pay to ask for how much the thing is?
What are
Does
you
that make
talking
sense?
about? Are you
No,
okay?
why are you
No, you're
yelling?
not
Is the
And
okay.
why are you so
question.
angry? Yeah, why are you
Why are
Miss,
you
yelling?
yelling,
I'm not
sir?
angry. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You are
If
yelling.
if
Stop
I'm gonna
yelling at
purchase
stop
something
yelling at us.
and I
Stop
have to
yelling.
pay to
Calm
purchase the
down.
thing.
Stop yelling at us. Stop yelling at us and
Wow.
calm down. If you're gonna spend time with a woman, you're gonna have to pay something. You have to take her out, pay for food, something. Okay? That's what we're talking about. Nobody's expecting you to walk up and give her 10 cents. What kind of women are you walking up to? Don't be so ridiculous.
Miss,
I don't know
that's what
why
I
y'all get asking these
miss.
dumbass. No, no, stop.
Miss,
Asking these
that's what I'm
dumbass. No,
saying.
no,
I'm
stop,
saying
stop.
at
No,
the
wait,
point of
wait,
contact,
wait,
at the point
David.
of contact.
No, wait, David. No, no, we're not even gonna keep on because nobody's asking you when you come up. What is the fee for paying you? Have a real conversation. Stop being so childish and petty. You have to pay for our time and labor. Okay, whatever that is, we'll set it. We'll let you know what it is. You don't have to know ahead of time, and you don't offer nobody 10 cents. Be real.
The 10 cents was just an example. I'm just saying, at the initial conversation, what should a man expect? And you can't even provide that. You just say, pay me for my time. What is that?
Let me talk to this fool. I'm the one who started this conversation, and you heard what I said. I said if you want something from me, then yes, you're gonna have to pay. If you don't want to pay, don't ask, don't approach, leave her the fuck alone. If you approach her and you say I'm interested, and she goes, yes, this is what's required to be outside with me, restaurant part, whatever. This is what it's going to require for me to come out. If you can't afford it, just say thank you for your time and mind your business. You know what we were saying, but you don't have shit else to do today on a Monday night or be facetious. You sound horrible. You don't sound fun or funny or entertaining or witty. You just sound annoying as shit. That's why women aren't talking to you no matter how much you pay them. So the cost shouldn't matter because you cannot buy personality. Go on fucking mute.
I don't think it's that hard to understand. I think they be playing games. Gotta be.
Yeah, he bored on a Monday night. But that's not even fun. Like there are people who are fun, who can joke and laugh and be kicking the shit and make up stories and have engaging conversation. And these people who are serious because they are seriously lonely, they actually feel that way. They're actually all angry and shit. Ugh, it is draining. You people should definitely, we should be getting paid right now to tolerate it. It's just, it's weird. Like y'all relax. Please relax. It's feeling real incel in here. Like, chill out. You're already in the presence of women. You can't even chill out and enjoy. That's how y'all don't get one. Can't relax. Can't do it. Hello, DJ Upgrade.
All right, David, you out of here. Um,
He's like the fun out the room.
yeah, he ain't saying shit.
Hello, y'all.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How y'all doing?
We good.
I just caught the end of Dark Horse's hibachi chicken she was just cooking.
Are you
What?
finna talk, bro? Hey, I'm scared of y'all. I'm real life
No, you
scared
was
of.
just cooking somebody when I first came in here. That's what I was saying. Dark Horse.
I caught the reference.
Oh.
He asked
I was
for it though.
confused. I was over here like, what? I want some hibachi, but damn. All
Oh,
right,
man.
Drika, come back. What you think, DJ?
I just caught the end. I don't really kind of know what the question. Y'all just don't get it.
Have you heard this song?
What song?
It's a song by Maya. Well, Maya in the video, but she not really in the song. It's this dude Jonas.
Johnny Lucas?
Yeah.
I ain't heard no song from him since he was battling the UK dudes or whatever.
Yeah, this video came out a few days ago.
You got Maya in it? He kind of winning. I might have to do some research. Hold on, let me get my laptop out.
I thought the DJ would know what the fuck going on. That's crazy.
I'm not an actual DJ.
Oh, not dang. Well, mute.
That Dr. Julio in PJ, right?
Play one online. Well, mute up and listen to the song, and you can respond after.
All right, I got you.
All right, 8 Ball. What you talking about? What the fuck you scared of?
Now I'm scared of every woman in this chat. I ain't gonna hold you.
Why you saying
uh,
that?
because I feel like, I mean, to say delusional, that's kind of disrespectful. But y'all kind of disrespectful. So y'all delusional, really.
No, hold up. Hold up. Let me clarify.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not kind of disrespectful.
You
I'm
are disrespectful.
disrespectful.
Okay.
It's
At
not
least you
kind of,
owning it.
sir. No,
At
no,
least you
sir.
owning it.
Sir, shut the fuck
But
up.
once I
No,
get
no, no,
that bread,
no, no,
once I get
sir. I'm all the way disrespectful, not kind of disrespectful.
I don't care about your kind of disrespectful. You ain't
So you can shut up, and we're gonna resume the conversation. What do you want to say about the conversation?
I ain't got nothing.
So you ain't got nobody to talk to. Y'all niggas boring.
What is this weird laughter they do all the time? This uncomfortable, weird little kid
It's
laughter.
nervousness.
Thank you. That's it. They do it a lot. Like, what you so
Hey, Summer, how much you cost, Summer? Summer, hey, what you going for,
the
Summer?
same as your mammy, bitch. That's how much I cost. Watch
Ah,
it.
my mama don't. My mama costs a lot. Dang, you worth
Mama
that?
don't cost shit. She taught me everything I know. She a $2, you know what, on the stroll. So you better shut your mouth talking to me,
Ah,
bitch.
you hilarious, Summer. You
No,
ain't
you're
worth
not
shit,
hilarious, and you're mad
Summer.
because
Hey,
that's
Summer,
why
you
you're
got a
getting
man right now?
all
Summer ain't got
uncomfortable
no
like that.
man.
No, you tell me how to get a man. Tell me how you
All
bend
right,
over
this how you
your
get a
man.
man, Summer.
Tell me how you
Shut the.
get your man every day. What you do to him? How you slob on it?
No, he
Tell me.
gone. He gone. Y'all niggas boring. Did anybody else listen hear this song? What did you think about the song, Dark Horse? I know you listened to it.
Oh. I started to get too like critical of it. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna just let it all wash over me. I'm not gonna be that person, right? But she or whoever wrote the song, was it a man who wrote the song? I don't know. But
Yeah,
they threw it was a woman.
Lucas.
She threw she was trying to hit all the points about what happens in a relationship, but some of them contradicted themselves in the song or what have you.
It was
Like,
a man who wrote it, Dark Horse.
okay, so that it all makes sense now. It all makes sense now.
What
We be
part?
writing from very
What parts did you feel like was a contradiction?
no, simple stuff. Like she wants to bring up the fact that all right, he's home being a bum, not working. All right, that's one scenario. Then in another relationship, you got to do, and he's not taking you out. But she was like, I don't get dressed up. You don't take me out. He broke. He not working. He can't take you out. That's contradiction. But that was another relationship, and then another relationship, the man didn't listen and didn't hear her out or what have you. So she kind of rolled it all up in one song. But at any point in time, that could have been where they were at day one. He was taking her out on dates and had a job, and then he stopped working or what have you. That's another 6 months or a couple years of the relationship, and then down the line. So the relationship goes through phases. So I think she was trying to cover just kind of the span of all the things you can kind of go through in a relationship. But I think the song was trying to capture that stuck moment, because when it's stuck and the relationship isn't moving, now you're reminiscing. So you're thinking about the stuff that they used to do. In the moment, you're thinking about what's not happening, and then you start flirting with your future and what it would look like without him in it. And that's when you start kind of building the case to yourself, and you're realizing that it's more harmful than helpful. And that's kind of what I got out of it.
Yeah, but even if the guy not working, if she like, I want to go out, whether he got the money or not, if the relationship changed, yeah, she gonna be upset about that. I do think it's interesting that a man wrote the song, but the thing when I was reading through some of the comments on the video, a lot of people was missing the fact that um, like from well, let me just say from the perspective of the woman in the song, she's talking about a very real thing. Like, this man not working no more, he just playing the game, he ain't going nowhere. Like, it's a bunch of like stuff going on, But for him, it's like, oh, she changed and she not the same person no more, or whatever. She always put me down. And it's like, well, you can't just be lackluster in a relationship and somebody carrying you.
Yeah, that's the emotional support that a lot of men are talking about. When they're talking about support, it's more of like a lifestyle support, and it's not. I'm supporting an endeavor that you are working on. I'm supporting you entirely. That's not the same thing. If you have an idea, there's something you want to do, and I'm like, okay, that sounds good. I can help get behind that. I'm supporting it, but you are still executing said project or said idea. You're the executioner, and I'm in a supportive role. That's not what happens at and what this song was describing. This person's completely let go, and you are literally carrying everything, whether it's the entire relationship, whether it's finances, whether it's, fulfilling your own emotional needs or what have you. You trying to find other connections because that person doesn't want to connect with you anymore. Like, you literally having a support, and that's the burden that is too heavy for anyone. Nobody wants someone to give up and lean on them and tell them, well, if you love me, you just let me work through this, but they're not working. They're not working on it. And I think that's the disconnect for me when they're talking about the status of relationships when things get hard, is that the person who's going through the hard thing is not going to work on it. However, you will be working very hard because they're going through some things. They're not working on it, your load is going to double emotionally, financially, everything, because they're in a bad place, but they will not be putting any work and moving off of that bad place. You got to wait them out. Men have put in years, and they like give him a couple of years to get back on his feet. But what is he doing in that time? What is he doing? So that's a lot, and I think that's what causes the emotional burnout, and it makes it really risky for women to try again because they lose a lot of time because the expectation is to give people a lot of time to get their shit together and they kind of get off their ass.
Yeah, because I think that's a lot. Like losing your job, yeah, it can be a lot on a person. But if you living with somebody and they got to pick up the slack for it, and you like going through the motions, and now you just like spiraling, you in depression, you checking out. You're like, well, why they treating me this way? That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of times people don't need to be in relationships. Like you shouldn't be in a relationship. Earlier when the guys was up here talking about how women should do all these things, like these are things you should be working on with a professional before you even consider being in something serious with somebody. But they feel like their partner's their de facto therapist, and it's so normalized amongst the men. It's crazy.
I'm a little afraid of people who don't have who have too much ego. I need like someone who has like zero ego when it comes to making sure they take care of themselves. And it is a, what do you call it? It's a privilege to say I'm unemployed and I'm a little down on my luck and I'm just going to be depressed. That's a privilege that someone else is still working while you get to sit in that. It's a
Yeah.
it's a privilege, and they act like they're entitled to it. Motherfucker, this is a privilege. You still gonna eat, light still gonna be on, you still got what you need because somebody else got it. Just stop acting like somebody owes you that instead of somebody is letting you rest and be soft in your soft era while you going through what you're going through. And to then double down on them like I'm going through some shit right now, you need to leave me alone. Bitch, I know you fucking lying. I'm over here, you here because I'm doing this, but it's the entitlement of it. And I don't know if people understood when you're on your own, you don't have that option. You're going to be unhoused. You are going to be unhoused. But if you have the luxury of a partner, that's what they want. They want that backup plan. They want to know that I could lose my job tomorrow. My boss talked to me wrong. I'll walk off this motherfucker. Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you got a lot of ego at work. I'm sure he better not say nothing to you because you'll quit the motherfucker, won't you? Because somebody else ain't. Somebody else isn't quitting. Somebody will go out there and work 3 jobs because she don't have no ego. She gonna do what she got to do. I just
Yeah,
can't. All right.
in 2025, you should be Uber Eats, fucking. You should be at a warehouse, one of them temp jobs or something. And it's like, let's also acknowledge the fact. these men will feel some type of way because they can't get the type of employment that they want. Mister, that love these niggas love to brag about 6 figures, and when they have to work certain jobs, they just check out like fuck it, I ain't doing nothing. Like what the fuck? Like, and then the reason why you having a problem with her looking at you a certain way because now your stability is at risk. That's what it's about. You're afraid if she gonna put me out. You can't just live like that as an adult. Like that's not the way it's set up. But DJ, did
Jesus
you?
said, "You don't work, you don't eat." Yeah, what Jesus said. Didn't Jesus say, "You don't work, you don't eat"? You know, I fuck with him, but I don't. I don't know the Bible. Somebody got to tell me if I lied on the Bible. Go ahead, DJ.
I just listened to it. I think he articulated the woman's problems better. Like when I listened to his verse in his from his perspective, he did lose his job. She is gonna go. I just don't get what you bitching about. I'm not gonna lie. Like I do think that it's obvious that it was written from a male's perspective, but I do think there were problems that were actually articulated well in the I'm gonna call it the Maya verse, even though it's not Maya's voice. And there's just a lot of red pill filler kind of like in his verse. And I'm like trying to like, yeah, like you okay, you lost your job and she got at you and she's saying stuff like that's gonna happen. Especially if you slacking on your shit, you're not really attacking a job. Uh I did kind of feel the end in the beginning too when they both like, regardless of the reasons, if you checked out, you checked out. It's a sad time in the relationship, and you should probably talk to your partner instead of talk to yourself. But at the end, it kind of like correlated down. Like, even if you left, I would never chase you because I could never get you to be the person you were in the beginning. I thought that was kind of a bar right there. Like, okay, now you kind of like spitting. Like, that's cool. And try not to personalize it or whatever. It's cool. It's just, this is what Joyner Lucas does. Like, he does do like okay, I'm a black man. All right, I'm a rap from the perspective of a racist cop too. And he got like 3 other songs like this or whatever. This one's pretty solid. I think I would go back and listen to it. Maybe, probably not. I'm not gonna lie. But if it came on, I wouldn't be hating though, for sure.
But here's my question. Because I'm like, for me, I'm thinking like when somebody lose their job, especially for men, because men jobs be a big part of their identity,
Yeah,
right? Like they become depressed, and sitting around playing video games is escapism. They checked out. Like,
yeah, for
how
sure.
would your partner not change in that situation? Like, how could they still be the same person?
And if
Like,
that's what you're doing, for sure. I can't give no kind of like, you go from working, taking care of home, being a provider, to playing video games and bullshit. And like, nah, man, you gotta go to Ross, go get you a suit, go get you some suits, some nice like little first interview type shit, and like put the work in. I wouldn't even
Let
say go all digital. Like, go let them see you looking professional and ask for like the status of your application and all that. I think that's the right way to attack a job and to not lose respect from your partner because they see like you're trying to get back employed, you're trying to jump back in the game, talking to family, see if they got little resources for you or whatever. But if you're just playing a video game, yeah, that's gonna happen for sure.
yeah,
listen.
because hold up, G, real quick. Because if it's in a household where 2 people are paying the bills and supporting each other, when one person loses their job, the other person's now they're gonna be burnt out now. They tired. Like, because their money isn't going far as it used to now. They gotta pay for everything. And you just
Mhm.
over it like, and if you, because I wanna also acknowledge the psychological part and a lot of men's not wanting to go to therapy about it. Like, you can't just sit there and be like, it is what it is. And then you like, well, why my partner acting like this? I wish you go back to how you used to be. You talking about when you was an active adult? Like, come on, be for real. Go ahead,
Uh,
G.
here's the thing: if what DJ Upgrade was saying, here's the thing: how did you get that woman, right? If you got your spouse or the woman you in love or the woman you claim to be in love with, if you
Hmm.
got her by leading with money, then it's going to be a problem, especially if you lose your job. So it was built on the wrong foundation anyway, right? You know how many
Nobody
people
said that. Gee,
I know.
nobody.
Let me finish, right? You know how many men out here lose their jobs or get laid off? Especially, I'm in the Bay Area, so they always laying off these tech people, right? In fact, one of those men unalived his entire family after he got laid off. Indian guy. When I tell people the story, that's the first thing they ask. It's so funny. Well, he was Indian. I bet he was Indian or some type of Middle Eastern. Yes. So his identity was strictly based on that career and providing for his wife and family, right? So when he lost that job, look at what he did. Unalive not just himself, but his entire family because he can live with that shame, right? And I know it's more cultural for them, but that marriage was built on a wrong foundation to, to begin with. So if you lead in with your career and money and shit hit the fan, then you got to do a lot of deep searching, deep soul searching as a man, right? That's all there is to it. Most of these men are unaliving themselves because of they losing jobs or haven't reached that pinnacle of a success that they think they should be at, right? Even really accomplished men, right? They keep moving the goalposts, right? Oh, I want to be a accountant. Okay, you got to account. Okay, I want to be a CPA. CPA ain't good enough. Now they want to be the CEO of the company. That ain't good enough, right? So they keep trying to reach the pinnacle of success, no matter how accomplished some of these men are, right? So that's the way I look at it. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but living where I'm at, every time these men accomplish something, they got to do better and get better instead of being content. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. I yield.
Hmm.
So
I mean,
why?
why is
So
that a
G.
bad thing?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. So, no, it is a bad thing, right?
It's
If
like
you are
too
never,
excessive.
yes, if you are
Oh,
never content as a man, ever, you always moving the goalpost to impress somebody or to even impress yourself, right? You're gonna always have this internal battle. Let me just give an example real quick. Michael Jackson, after he made the Thriller album, right? Best-selling album of all time, right? A couple years later, the Bad album came out. It didn't do as well. Still was a top seller, but it didn't do that well, right? So he spent the rest of his life trying to catch the success of the Thriller album. His entire life. The Thriller was a phenomenon, though. Nothing was going to catch up to that. But he spent the rest of his life until his unalive date trying to reach his prime and trying to reach his peak again. And a lot of men go through that crisis.
But I think
Yeah.
a lot of people, like, if you get an entry level job and then you get a promotion, you're gonna want to, okay, well, what's the next thing that I could get? And then if you get that, what's the next thing? Now, when it's obsessive and you're fucking, my fault, my language. You're messing up family bonds and friendship bonds because you're so obsessed with trying to obtain that. I understand how that could be toxic in a way, because like you're just steadily obsessing over the next, not financial lick, but the next promotion or the next open entry to a higher job level in the building or whatever it may be. I can
Yeah,
understand. Go
but
ahead.
just think you have that mentality and you lose it all, right?
Yeah, it's
You
gonna be
always moving
crazy.
the goalpost. You trying to you try always moving the goalpost on your definition of success. No matter how successful you are, it ain't good enough, right? Just think about you losing that all, losing it all. It's
Yeah,
gonna
but
affect everybody, not just yourself. Everybody around you. I yield.
hold on, Dark Horse. Why is two skin tones? But go ahead, Dark Horse.
That was for you. That was for you.
The dark one don't show up on the dark background, so I wanted you to see the light to bring your attention to it, and then my real hand color behind it, so it didn't get missed. But I wanted to say that the focus most times when men are giving any credibility to a friendship is we get together, we here to build, we here to talk about making money. We talking about the next move, right? So the culture amongst men is, if I have a friendship that I value, it's because this person is on the same path that I am. How can I make the next dollar, right? And the amount of time and energy and thought and worry that's put in to just moving up to the next level, there's not a similar path or similar energy to developing your personal interests, developing personal rich conversations, relationships with friends, finding other things that you enjoy about life, like, and maybe deepening the relationship with your partner. There's not a specific like plan to that. Those words don't come out. It's about the next dollar. And that's, if you guys have that focus for your entire life, then yes, that was your only goal, that was your only way of feeling that you were worthy. But if you don't have that self-worth, then you're going to continue to be completely struck down anytime a financial hiccup comes along, and it could be something small or large. But men don't have that in their goal book. They don't have that in their journal about what they want to do to enrich themselves outside of work. They don't. They don't. And women, we out here building lifelong relationships. We're planning things for relaxation. We're planning things for enjoyment or what have you. If men are planning things for enjoyment, it's where the hoes at. I heard all I'm gonna be in South Carolina for Bike Week, man. We got to go down there. Of course. Y'all were planning that shit out. Booked the hotel, y'all done got the rental, y'all done pulled the trailer up, y'all done put the shit on the back, and y'all dragging that motherfucker down there to go see some ass or what have you. I got that part. But when it comes to like really enjoying yourself, saying what things you have that bring you joy that don't include your spouse or chasing women, it be crickets. That's it.
Hey, Liz.
Hey, I don't really have anything to say. I just wanted to say hi.
How
What's
you
this
doing?
topic about? I don't understand this topic. Can you explain it to me? Can you
No, it's a
explain, can you
song.
explain everything that's happened in the live from the time that it started until
Yeah,
now?
hold up. I got you. I got timestamps. I done wrote down quotes and everything. Hold up. Fasten your seatbelt. I got you. But yeah, y'all gotta listen to the song to like really get it. But at the end of the day, it's like men are lying when it comes to when they talk about the emotional support they get from their friends. It's just not there. An expectation that women are gonna be the one to pick you up. So when you're down and she like gets your shit together, you're like, oh my god, what's going on? She's supposed to be there for me. She's supposed to pick I'm a king and all that bullshit. And like y'all not being realistic. Like let's be for real. Don't nobody want to put up with that.
But no, I don't agree with that. We listen to
Of
women
course you
all
don't.
we listen to women all day, every day, right? And don't say nothing. Sometimes we don't even give feedback. We just listen and just let them vent away without a complaint in the world. We complain in our mind, but we know our girl or women just got to get it off, and we let them, right? Men in general ain't just trauma dumping on a wife. That does not happen. That's very rare.
That don't happen.
I said it happens, just not as much as women vent to their husbands. They're
So
gonna tell their
women lying.
no women. The wife go tell her husband everything, absolutely everything. Things she don't tell other people. She not even gonna tell her best friend.
But
She don't
isn't
even
it
talk
fair
about
to
her
say
husband.
that? But a lot of times men also check out. He ain't really listening.
Yeah, he's not listening.
He's just venting. He not actually doing nothing about it. Men told their problems to women. Women sitting there trying to help them solve it. Is a difference.
So you saying the men don't help the women solve their problem?
How? How do men help women work through emotional issues?
Simple stuff. They may you. Let's say she having trouble at work with some girls at work. A man would just say something simple like, "Just ignore it," or something similar to that,
That's
and she
not
may
doing
listen.
nothing. You're not doing. If you say,
Yes,
"Oh, don't listen to them," you're not doing shit. She still got to go to work and deal with it. Like, what are you talking about? That's the point. You're not doing nothing.
You know, women are emotionally man say,
Those
like,
words of validation might be
hold
enough.
on,
He was
G.
talking.
I've never heard a man say, like, you know how women will say, like, do you want advice or are you just venting? Like when somebody's like got a problem, you know, it's like, do you want my advice or are you just like? I hear women say that all the time. I've never heard a man say that.
I've learned to say that actually, because there's a lot of times where a woman just wants to vent. A
Okay,
lot of
well,
times women don't want answers for sure. They just want to tell you how they were feeling, how they felt disrespected, how they had to use patience instead of set it off at work. But I've learned that actually listening to women, like, okay, you don't want answers, you just want to talk about how you feel.
so yeah, and sometimes that's the case, right?
Yeah.
So like, I find that men sometimes will they call it being solutions oriented, like they immediately want to find a solution to the woman's problems and they frame it that way, but really they're just like, how do I get her to shut up? Like that's what that is. It's not really being solutions oriented. It's like like the problem in their mind is this woman won't stop talking, and finding the solution means she'll stop talking.
It sound like just don't worry about it. Just don't listen to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's more of the that doesn't mean that much to me or that wouldn't bother me. So I'm having trouble dialing into what you're saying because I just let that shit roll off my back. I'm not concerned. So they're having trouble finding the concern to empathize with her because he's thinking like that's not even a big deal or what have you. So when you're not saying this is affecting her and it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. If she's bothered, we bothered. What we gonna do? That's the mindset. What does she need from me? What can I do? Let me start doing throw shit at the wall. See what the fuck sticks. What have you? Be creative, like you do with anything else when you have a problem and you YouTube it and try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with this engine and why it's acting that way. You'll be on it for hours. You'll be up to 2 in the morning until you find it, and you have your order out to auto parts for delivery and pickup when you get off work because you done found the solution. So if it's something you're interested in or something that is important to you, you will dig until you find a solution. But it can be hurtful when she see you go hard about something that's important to you until you figure it the fuck out, or excuse me, enlist her labor to help figure out your problem. And when she got one, you're like, I just don't know what I can do about that. So
Yeah.
then you feign that, and it's not that you don't know what to do about that. You're really not that interested. And if men understood how disconnected they were and that they really don't see their partner's problems as an issue because they're focused on what they may want to get back to that interests them, that's what is disheartening. That's when women continue to get let down over and over, and that starts to eat away at her when she realized you don't really fuck with me like that. I say that all the time. I'm sure there's a nicer way to say it, but I've said it in relationships. If you don't fuck with me, just say you don't fuck with me. It ain't like that, blah, blah. Oh, I know you want to fuck. That's not what I was saying. I was saying you don't fuck with me like that. But that's the frustration for me.
Those are good points.
I'm sorry. I watched it, y'all. That was good. I got it.
Yeah, it's long though. I will say that. But the reason I thought it was interesting was the whole. It sounded like it's just a back and forth, like this her perspective and his perspective is not working out. But really, what's happening in is like it's some shit that's going on with him, and he's like, it's some misplaced anger there. He's taking it out on her response, but like he lied to himself about how he feel about his situation, like, like it's not that she changed. You feel some type of way because things change. You got some shit going on with you, and you like, well, why is she talking down to me? Why is she doing it? Because you just checking out. You just doing whatever. Like you can't do that. Because if she like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. Get the fuck out. What's your plan? Like you can't just like you just freeloading at this point. Relationship or not, you freeloading.
The things I noticed too was number one, if Maya was really in that kind of relationship, she wouldn't be looking that good. I know she's got a full face of makeup on in bed. It's ridiculous. But anyway, she's even without the makeup. You know very well that man would be draining her. She would not look like that until she got out the relationship and then we glow up, right? he goes on and it sounds like, yeah, it makes it's clear it's written by a man. It's clear the whole thing is written by a man, and a woman did not really have much to say about it, because his part that he has her saying, her part, is just about his issue and what's going on with him. It's not about her own real feelings about it, what's going on with her, just that she don't want to do it. And then his part is so angry. Why are you angry? You lost your job and you're not contributing and you're not doing the things. What? But the anger is just the entitlement. You're my woman. You're supposed to stay with me no matter what. How dare you act like you don't want to be with me and take my stuff? And now I finally get the props, which is the whole point. Like, deal with your own stuff. You must be depressed. Something's going on, but you're going to have to do something about it. You can't expect her to stay with you and live in that.
Can I say that a lot of us aren't even. All right, so I'm not going. I feel like I'm taking away from his part, but I don't give a damn. I'm not. I don't care that you lost your job. I wouldn't care if I lost my job because I have the wherewithal inside of me to be like, well, I'm going to be doing 5 hustles until I find a full-time job to replace what I lost. And it's a hiccup, like it's expected. Bumps in the roads are expected, but I don't know if I expect that because I'm the lowest of the totem pole when it comes to oppression. I just expect the blows, and you would think that the black men were 7 degrees from black women, and they're not, right? They're right next to me, like we rubbing elbows. But the idea that you shouldn't go through anything at all, and when you do, you have to take 10 years off of life or what have you and be miserable. She wasn't miserable. She is like, all right, I decided I'm going to pick up an extra shift or 2 or 3 or 4 and hold it down till you get it together. That's not the breaking point in the relationship. It's how you dealt with the situation. So when we hit a rock in a hard place, what are you doing to take care of it? That's when the separation or the gap in the relationship starts. It's how you handle it, not the person who had to do more, because right now you can't contribute, not you being mad at them, not biting the hand that feeds you. It's a weird dynamic. And if people understood that that women realize 100% how unfair things are, there are rules and laws against us that aren't fair. We got to finagle our way at work. We have to swallow and eat a lot every day because we're women. And if you add women of color on it, we have to do a lot of tucking our tail. So if someone has this attitude like life ain't fair, we may not be as sympathetic. We're like, we know this is how we navigate it. Let's get together and let's brainstorm and do it. But if you don't have that same get up and go, that's what she's disappointed in. That's what turns her off. That's what turns her away, is that you have that lack of self. You have a lack of drive is what I'm looking for. You don't have that drive. And I think that's where the crumbling of the relationship begins. It wasn't at the losing the job point. It was what you did after it happened.
And also, I'm gonna be honest too, like I get like the woman's perspective too, because it's um like you doing this stuff, you're not doing like all the complaining, all the like get yourself together, like this is how like these problems are problems and we need to address them and you need to do something about it. That's real. Like far as I'm concerned, she's sitting there saying she trying like make the relationship work or something. But for him to say, well, if she left, I wouldn't even chase her. So that's what I'm saying. Like you only with that woman because she can take care of you. You only with her because she can take care of you. You talking about you don't give a fuck about her? Like I thought that part was like real fucked up.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I don't expect, like, when you're saying like we expect I don't expect bad things to happen. I don't, and maybe that's because I'm a white woman. But like when like if I lose my job or something like that, like that's rough.
Yeah, that would definitely come from a place of privilege because part of the black experience in the US for a lot of people is generational poverty and you do end up in this survival mode where essentially like you feel anxious when everything's going okay because you like damn shit can be fucked up and you do have a plan B, C, and D in tow because it's like you don't want to be asked out.
Yeah, and also, yeah, you're waiting on the other shoe to drop, or you're just like, let me just make sure I got something to the side in case, because I know ain't nobody coming to save me, and I know, I'm gonna be the first one fired, and so definitely.
Yes, it's a real thing.
It takes a lot of unpacking because that poverty stuff will have you like sabotaging and also like trying to spend money up fast because you're scared it's gonna be gone and you won't have no, like it'd be all type of crazy stuff people have because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also called scarcity mindset. Like even if you are able to be successful after living like that, like you're still fucked up. You got to work through it. And that's what a lot of the men are saying now, especially like black men when they're saying, well, if I'm down, who won't support me? Because that's him thinking like, which doesn't make sense for them to be talking about the traditional nuclear family with one sole financial provider, because like we acknowledge that that's a thing. Like, well, if I can't do it, what's gonna happen? Well, now you expect her to get a job. So if you know that might be a situation, why are you putting yourself in that type of dynamic in the first place?
Yeah, I find it like, I mean, I know that this is pretty evident and obvious, but like it's just so strange to me because we know that most women, even married women, 70% of married women work, and most work like full time. So why, like, traditional families are not financially feasible? Like, I know we say it, but
Or
like
it's an ego
it's
thing.
weird.
It's
Yeah.
an ego thing. They wanna be that guy though. That's the thing. They want to be that guy. The most conservative to the most progressive. Like they want to be able to say, well, I took care of everything. It's not that because they try to sell it as like, oh, the woman get to sit back and relax. You got to work. You got to work too. He just wants you doing all the work at the home. So like when that man came up here and said, I want the woman to be my peace. What he really saying is, I want to be able to come home and everything taken care of, and I can just chill out, relax, and you not bothering me with no bullshit.
What's wrong with that?
That's why you single
Right.
now.
It's not.
But DJ Vlad, you know what DJ Vlad said? He goes, I'm not that familiar with him, but I did watch one of these interviews. He goes, "You ain't a man if you're not able to basically financially
You don't know that nigga
take."
like that, but you wanna tell us
I
what he
know,
said.
but he goes, "Well, you're not a real man if you're not able to take care of your family."
So you
And
you
you
Um,
define
subscribe to
your
that?
masculinity because of what DJ Vlad says. Is that what you
oh,
saying?
I don't agree with nothing he said. A
Then why
lot
the
of
fuck?
men do though. I didn't. I don't agree
Spoke
with
on
what he just said.
Farrakhan too. This the same
Huh?
DJ Vlad? The Vlad that be speaking bad on Farrakhan?
Yes. He said you ain't a man, you ain't a real man if you're not able to financially, is what he meant, provide for your family, like completely for everything,
That's
right?
But see,
Huh? I don't.
that is harmful to both men and women because
Yeah,
then
I agree.
when men can't do that because it's not realistic to do that, then
Yeah.
women end up suffering more because they take it out on women. Like the whole family annihilation thing, a lot of times that comes from like financial stress.
I just told Kara in Dark Horse that where I live in the Silicon Valley, this guy lost his job. He was one of those techie guys. He lost his job at Meta and unalived himself and his entire family after that. I'm not saying that's the only reason he unalived himself. It could have been a lot of contributing factors, but him losing his job didn't help. Let's just say that.
Tie your entire worth as a person, your ability to do that, then when like and gets in the way, your first thought is going to be like, I am worthless.
And the radiologist who that happened out here too. The radiologist who he was in the car with his family and jumped or steered the car off the bridge. Everybody survived though. And the wife begged for leniency. And he only got leniency because he was a doctor. That was the only reason. And said he was having mental health issues. That was the only reason. to have been anybody else, any type of profession. If he was a mechanic, that would not have happened. He'd be in jail forever. But because he was a doctor and his wife was begging for leniency, is why he got off.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Y'all want to say something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking into the traditional wives, and I'm gonna do some research on what percentage of them are military, so we can cut that number down even more. Just so you know, the 70% ain't it. So if 30% is traditional, I want to know what percentage of that 30% is military, because it's really not as feasible as possible as you think. So if that takes that 30% down to 10%, y'all should know that 9 out of 10 of you ninjas can't afford traditional wives, and the military can't either, but they have, like, base housing, and they have, monies for other things. But I'm gonna look into that and I'm gonna get back. Yeah, yeah. But that's it. Thank you, Tara, for the prompt.
Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to the information in the future. Which one?
This the last the thing about the military. A lot of military guys come on here and talk about how they take care of their wife. But here's the thing: the government is paying for most of their housing. Once you cut that expense out, then you're good. You're pretty much set for life. So that ain't as big of a flex as they say it is, right? So I just wanted to yield with that.
You're making my point. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I just said that. I'm going. Bye, drop us, please.
He ain't saying shit.
I was
You ain't saying shit. She already said that. All right, y'all. I'm out. Thank y'all for support. Appreciate y'all.